So we're going to find the limit of this function as x approaches 3. And the first thing to realize is we can't just put 3 into this, unfortunately, because 3 squared minus 3 minus 6 is going to equal 0, and that's going to be a problem because we can't divide by 0 yet. But what we can do is multiply top and bottom by the conjugate to get rid of this, the square root. So we need to multiply the top and bottom by the square root of x plus 6 plus 3. And we also need to do this for the denominator, which is also going to be an x plus 6 plus 3. So this is really going to be a couple of FOIL parts now. So for the numerator, it's going to be a little more tricky to deal with, the square root of x plus 6 times the square root of x plus 6 is a normal x plus 6. Those are going to cancel it. The square root is going to cancel each other out. The square root of x plus 6 times 3 there is going to be 3 square root x plus 6. And then a negative 3 times the square root of x plus 6 is going to be a negative 3 square root of x plus 6. And lastly, a negative 3 times a positive 3 is going to be a negative 9. Notice how the two middle terms are going to cancel each other out, make 0. So we really, for the numerator, we just have x plus 6 minus 9, and that's going to simplify to be x minus 3. That is right now our numerator. Our denominator at the moment is really just x squared minus x minus 6. I'm just rewriting it times, because we still have to multiply by the conjugate, the square root of x plus 6 plus 3 there. So let's rewrite this. And I'm going to factor this part. I'm not going to multiply all this stuff out, and that would make it a lot more confusing and we're going to go too far into the problem then. So the numerator is still x minus 3, and the denominator, we're looking for two numbers that multiply up to be a negative 6, but add up to be a negative 1. That's going to be a negative 3 and a positive 2. So let's rewrite that. X minus 3, x plus 2. And then we still have the square root of x plus 6 plus 3. Now we can note that the x minus 3 terms cancel each other out, so it's really 1 over all this stuff. And now this might be really beneficial, because if we put 3, which was our goal, into this bottom equation, we'll see what it turns out. And hopefully it's not 0, or we're going to have another problem. I would have to re-record this. So by putting 3 in here, we're going to have 1 over 3 plus 2 in parentheses times the square root of 3 plus 6 plus 3. So we have to be careful with just how we simplify this, because it's going to be easy to make a computational mistake. So 3 plus 2 is 5. And the square root of 3 plus 6, that part is going to be 9, so the square root of 9 is going to be 3 there. And then 3 plus 3 is 6. So we're going to have, on the denominator, 5 times 6. And that's going to end up being 1 over 30 as our answer. And if you have any questions on this, go ahead and email me.